that's where we're getting lost in it. The human rights.
Yeah, just woke up.
Seek asylum. That's
Chaka,
the,
did you read that
No,
book
it's
I gave you that the Democratic guy wrote about politics and how bills were done and
I
how he
did.
went
I
from
ain't
all
gonna
that?
lie. I did start reading it. I got into like the first couple chapters. I don't
Okay, so
remember
you
very
got
much.
into it far enough. He was talking about the organization that writes bills, but they write bills for both sides, and that's why the language in both of them are the same. And while it goes to different facts and different points, the main part of it still kind of leads both sides toward the same direction.
Yes,
And
and
in NH, it's a four letter
and,
abbreviation.
and,
But you know
and
what I was talking about, how they write the bills and how the guy by chapter 3 he's saying, I noticed this sounded the same as this from Illinois and this from another state.
and
I
that's what
looked
they
into
do.
it,
They recycle shit.
and
And
and yeah, this
and
one organization was writing these bills, and the congressman didn't even really know what was in them.
they don't even
They
be
just
having
started
time,
pushing them because, hey, sounds good. They're helping fund me. Yeah, they
and they
wrote
don't get
this
to
out. I
read
don't
the
have to
whole.
deal. I don't have to deal with writing it. Cool. I'll just support it.
They don't read the whole bill. They get clips and they get a gist of it, and then all those little provisions that's in there is what makes things be successful or not, or benefit this corporation or that one,
The
and
guy
that's
that's voting on it, okay, we'll say a high-end
what.
congressman. He's voting on this 6,000 page bill. Now we'll say 1,000. We'll say 400 page bill. So he's probably got a team of people that go tear through it and read
They
through it,
do.
and then in the day he has to vote on it, he's given an 8 to 20 page document to read that breaks
that sums
down
it.
what they think it
It's
all means.
problematic. Yeah,
And that's problematic.
So here we get to the old storyteller situation of, you know, remember the game in school where one person says a statement and then says it to the next one and it passes down, and
Yeah,
then at the end of it,
it's all
you
fucked up.
so all these guys put their own little ideas and thoughts and interpretation, and then they distill it down to this, and he's voting on that instead of what may or may not actually be in the bill. And God knows if they missed something or something like that, or the one dude got a little drunk that night and just kind of
Yeah,
breezed through his section.
but I'm hammering home how they work together, and I want to segue into,
yeah,
because me and
but I
Pat
think
had an
that you're wrong.
argument. Hold on, let me square this up for us. The budget. Pat, earlier, me and Pat was kind of texting back about the budget, and that's coming around again, and they're talking about it in like we might have another government shutdown. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't find the money to fund the government. You know what I'm saying? But what about all of the bills that they just recently passed? And the one that I was mentioning was the uh,
Military.
military aid package, $858 billion or whatever the number is, like $45 billion more than they asked for. And what somebody said that sticks to me all the time is whenever both sides agree on something, that's a clue. Like there's no freaking arguments. Like these were unanimous. And the other part is all of the money to Ukraine. You know, this is unanimous. The Democrats and the Republicans both agreed on the military budget, and they both agreed on the Ukraine, all the money to Ukraine. So now uh, they're talking about the budget. We have to, you know, look at our budget so that we can fund the government. So what is going on here? That's political theater. You're playing with my emotions. You're playing with my mind. You're saying that you got plenty of money to send over here to these people, and for that, and the blank check to the damn military industrial complex, like the unaccounted money, like don't even know where it's going, blank hole money, you know, like we don't even know where it's going. The Ukraine money too, huge amounts of it, they don't even know where it's going. So, talking about being conservative, how are you being conservative doing that? How is what form of conservatism? How, what do they call it? Fiscally responsible. How fiscally responsible are you being doing that? And then you want to turn around and say we can't fund the government. Go ahead, explain.
Well, first of all, there's gonna be things that they agree and disagree on pretty much any subject, and because they've gone like I mean, right or wrong, I mean, you want to point the finger at those things that they do agree with. When they disagree, because especially when we're talking about, okay, we can agree that we're going to help these people over here and these people over here, but then when you want to come with a bill that's going to be with the actual people whose money it is, you want to give me that stuff 2 days before. What this is something that's more important than all the other shit we've been talking about for the last month or 2 months. So you chalk that up into being, that's just political theater, and that is just some easy way to simplify, or to because I mean, look, I believe it all is one bird, but at the same time, there are some people that operate within bird or around this bird that really is genuinely trying to do something for the American people, but when they speak up, like you drown them out because usually they're Democrat. I mean, they're Republicans or conservative voices that you're not really. You always feel like you're fighting against instead of maybe saying, okay, what he just said makes sense, and you know, like this is just something that we gotta like if
Be,
it's really that important to the Democrats or the opposite side at the time, if it's that important to you, like why what I'm saying, why is it the last thing that you get to me at the end of the you know the year?
it was like